I'm interested in what happens for Kaylee, a KaiNexus, right? Because you've got this culture, right, and you're focused on this psychological safety. So how does it work there? How do people sort of address the reality of, stuff goes wrong? Not just you admitting a mistake, but being able to talk about a mistake someone else made.
Yeah, I think it comes with different levels of vulnerability. And it also depends on really who's admitting the mistake and in what forum. I think one of the most powerful ways I see mistakes being made actually comes from our leadership, and they set some really good examples. We had a former team member who always did a really good job, especially in our team meetings, our Friday morning team meetings, of saying, "Hey, I made a mistake," and not just admitting the mistake he made, but then also talking about how what steps and what accountability he was taking to make sure that didn't happen again, and was using that as a learning lesson for everybody. It's like, hey, if I made this, I can recognize that this is bigger than me, and anybody can make a similar mistake. Mm-hmm. Or another had an incident where a screen was shared with in a customer meeting, and something that maybe a customer shouldn't have seen got shared, and it caused some tension between the KaiNexus team and that customer, and that was a pretty big mistake. But instead of hiding it, keeping it under wraps, the leadership team came out in front of it and said, "Hey guys, this is what happened. How can we learn from this, and what can we take as an action item to make sure that we're preventing this in the future?" And we check in and we keep ourselves and each other accountable by continuously practicing things that we admit or we find. So I think the leadership, by promoting them or coming out with these admitting these mistakes in like a very public forum, makes it much easier to say, "Hey, that could have happened to me. That could have happened to anybody." And it makes me more likely, and I feel like my other coworkers more likely, to admit the smaller mistakes, pull that end on cord earlier, and not hide or feel ashamed when they've made something or done something that they're maybe not proud of.